I finally stood up to my boyfriend's overly touchy best friend, only to check his phone and discover they had been sleeping together minutes before he came home to me. Plus one update by user same trainer. My 21-year-old boyfriend's 20-year-old best friend hates me, a 25-year-old female, and wants us to break up. I seriously cannot do this anymore. This is half like a vent and half a cry for help. I feel like I am going freaking insane, but I do not know what to do. I have been with my boyfriend for almost 1 year. We live together. Things are going really well. This is kind of his first real serious relationship, so we had some issues at first, but we communicate a lot and he is a great guy. Definitely the best relationship I have been in so far, outside of one thing, and that is his best friend. I do not want to be controlling. He can have female friends. It is absolutely no problem. He had issues with a jealous and manipulative girlfriend, did not last long, hence why I said first serious relationship, so I do not want to be that girlfriend, if that makes sense. I met his friend after a month, if I recall correctly. When we first met, she was very sweet, kind, and incredibly bubbly. As soon as my boyfriend left the room, she looked at me like I crap in her cereal. She started barraging me with questions: who I was, why I got with my boyfriend, and a bunch of other stuff. It was like an interrogation, and she kept cutting me off. When my boyfriend got back, she went back to the girl I met. I was so shocked. I did not believe what had just happened. Every single time we have been alone together since, she has been a total witch to me. She is never obvious about it in front of my boyfriend. It is never enough to call her out. When she is with my boyfriend, she hovers around him, touches him, or tries to be as close as possible. My boyfriend, thank God, tells me everything. Until a few months ago, they regularly gave each other massages. He stopped it immediately when he saw my reaction. Friend keeps bringing it up amongst other stuff like, remember when we used to triple X? She has no boundaries. She will cuddle up to him, and I cannot get mad because I will look like a jerk myself. Today she came over for dinner, and she crossed yet again another line, and I am done with it. Boyfriend was prepping dinner and she came up to him and hugged him from behind and kissed his neck and cheek. She was wearing a super low-cut top and her chest accidentally fell out of her shirt. Later she showed her new swimming wear to us, and I could have killed her right there. I have told my boyfriend about my concerns and he understands and listens, but he has known this girl literally since birth. I do not want to ask him to cut her off completely. He always asks if it is okay first to hang out or do something with her, but I almost need to throw up when I think what she is like when they are one-on-one. I am so lost. I am afraid. It is clear that she is into him. Why in God's name did she never tell him this? And she has told me it is only a matter of time until he dumps me. It does not help that she is way prettier, younger, and more adventurous as I am. It would be an upgrade for him. But he has never seen her act out to me because she is very careful about it. I have thought about approaching her directly, but I do not see it going well. Sorry for my English. Any suggestions are welcome.
Okay, let's pause the story right here for a second. This girl is practically marking her territory right in front of Opie's face, and the boyfriend's clueless act is a massive red flag. You do not just accidentally let your chest fall out of a low-cut shirt while kissing someone's neck without a very clear malicious agenda. Before we get to the explosive update, Opie dropped some crazy context in the comments.
I have told him, though she has never done it directly in front of him, but I am also afraid that if it blows up she might confess her love for him, and he will have to choose. I honestly do not think he knows. Yeah, it does hurt me. I feel like I have been slowly losing him to her. I have been cheated on in past relationships, and I am so scared that he might leave me for her. I know I am being insecure, but I simply cannot help it right now. I am too overwhelmed. I might try to record it as a last resort, though she is often really sneaky about it. Well, she was in a 2-year relationship until about a month ago, but she ended it. Since the frequency of her flirty behavior has only increased, and I am not okay with it anymore. But she had no problems doing it in her relationship too. It is painfully obvious to me she loves him. Update. 2 weeks later. So it has been 2 weeks since I posted. I talked to my boyfriend the day after and basically said what everyone else already commented and what I was thinking. No, I did not secretly record her because that did not sit right with me. I told him her behavior was making me super uncomfortable and that he needed to set boundaries with her as soon as possible, or I was not going to put up with it anymore. I was freaking pissed while telling him this, and he got the message. He texted her in front of me and even let me read it. I was satisfied and very relieved. Felt like I could finally breathe. Best friend came over a few times and was very nice to me. She was not being inappropriate even once. Very respectful of the boundaries we had set. When we were alone, she was the same girl as when we were all together. Total 180. Great. I was so glad and happy. Thought she got the hint. Skip to yesterday. Boyfriend is in the shower and left his phone in his pants on the floor. Phone keeps vibrating and I am getting annoyed. I grab his phone, All the messages are from best friend. There are pictures of them sleeping together, a video I did not watch, and a lot of lovey-dovey messages. I scrolled back and it went back to at least 2 months ago until I had enough and had an emotional breakdown. Serious plans together. Honestly, I never even came up in their conversations. He came back from the gym last night. We were going to have intimacy after he got out of the shower, and he had been hooking up here minutes before he came home. I am staying with a friend for a while. Had to take work off today because I am a total wreck. Honestly, I am still in shock. I seriously cannot comprehend what is going on. Have not responded to any of boyfriend's messages, but he knows I know. He has not said anything after he realized it, I think. Well, this confirmed for me I am not as desirable as I thought. Funny how I genuinely believed he chose for me. I cannot even start to explain how crap I feel. Started drinking, but luckily I have my friend here who is taking care of me. Bless her. Cheers.
Here is what people had to say. Commenter 1. As soon as I saw a kiss on the neck, I would have packed my bags. Commenter 2. She took selfies while having intimacy and sent them to him after he left. Why? So the girlfriend would find them and leave. He wasn't leaving his girlfriend for her, so she made it happen. Commenter 3. Ugh, poor Opie. That makes the boyfriend so much freaking worse in the first post. It went from him being maybe naive and actually setting boundaries with the girl and showing Opie to him flaunting his hookup buddy in his girlfriend's face and doing it on purpose, watching the girl's behavior, knowing what she was. People are just horrible.
Honestly, here is my final take on this whole mess. The boyfriend was never oblivious. He was a willing participant playing a twisted psychological game with both women. He enjoyed the absolute ego boost of having 2 women fight over him while weaponizing the best friend, labeled to hide his cheating in plain sight. The friend is undeniably toxic and manipulative, but the boyfriend is the ultimate villain here for gaslighting Opie into thinking she was just being insecure and crazy. Opie dodged a massive life-ruining bullet by getting out before she wasted any more of her 20s on a blatant narcissist. Subscribe for more daily Reddit stories. If you found out your partner was secretly hooking up with their best friend, what is the absolute most petty way you would expose them?